Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Cricket Country's live coverage of the first India versus New Zealand Test match being played at the Green Park Stadium in Kanpur. I'm Devarsit here from Cricket Country, and this is here with me is Subhajit. We are going to discuss about the Test match which has panned out so far, the 500th historical Test for India. And to tell you honestly, India have been so far outplayed in this Test. We have had 5 sessions so far. New Zealand have won 4 of them. If you keep ticking the small boxes, if you keep doing the basics right, if you keep taking the small boxes, what you're going to have is you're going to land up yourself in a very in a position of position of advantage, and that is what New Zealand are doing. Kane Williamson has batted extremely well. He was expected to do that. So has Tom Latham. He survived a very close call, and there was a very I can say unknown cricketing law which came to the fore, and we got a lot of people got to know about it today, which we will discuss in our discussion today. But I'll give you a gist right now what is happening in the match. New Zealand are behind by 160 odd runs in the first innings. They've not only lost only one wicket, they have 150 plus runs on the board, which means they have produced a very strong performance with the bat, which was not expected as such. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I mean, Indians were the outright favorites,
Yes.
and everybody were expecting New Zealand to struggle from day one itself because we all have the South Africa series still
Correct.
fresh in our
Correct.
minds. But this wicket is a lot different from the wickets, the surfaces that we saw against South Africa, which was probably spinning, from day one itself.
Yes.
And then again, like there were no demons in the wickets, like we discussed earlier that the Indian batsmen gave away their wickets, and the New
Correct.
Zealand batsmen they showed better applications. They put a price tag on the wicket, and and they are reaping rewards. But having said so, this second session was the nudge to the second session was extremely crucial. We saw India lose a lot of wickets
In the
in
second
that
session
session yesterday. So New Zealand managed to pull it off pretty well.
New Zealand not only managed to pull it off, but they did not lose wicket in an entire session, which means they did better than India with the bat. Now, what it tells India is New Zealand are up for the challenge, and India will have to rethink on whatever plans they have had in place because they selected 4 bowlers for this match, not 5 bowlers. Nobody is yet talking about is India missing Amit Mishra or not. We may talk about it late in the later stage of the game when the pitches start turning, which has as we spoke in the analysis for the first session. After the first session, the pitch has actually started to turn up a little bit. And what Indians are trying to do is they are trying to create opportunities for themselves and desperate for wickets. I mean, India did look desperate at times towards the finishing moments of the second session because they would not have wanted to go into the second session break after the second session with no wicket in their kitty. But that is what has happened. But what is how the pitch is behaving is India can definitely take out something good out of it. The pitch is
Yes,
turning now.
yes, it is. It has started to turn now, especially in the last 4 or 5 overs before the tea break, where we saw especially Ashwin. I mean, Williamson survived a couple of close calls from Ashwin, and there was a huge appeal from Ridhiman Saha, and so yeah, I mean, the final session will be interesting, and as we have discussed before, that towards the end of the day, too, the pitch will do something. It will assist spinners more, and
Correct.
we have seen glimpses of the same.
We have seen glimpses of the same, but what we have also seen is a lot of I can say I like to say the overuse of sweep shot, but it has worked out really well for Tom Latham. But there was one instance where he was actually out, but a cricketing law which people are not aware of actually saved him. Swajit will tell us about it.
Yeah, basically, if a fielder catches the ball, and if the ball brushes your helmet or touches the helmet, then you are not out. So that is what the law says, and I mean, KL Rahul was a bit unfortunate here, but then laws. In the end, the right decision was made.
Exactly. I mean, had the catch been taken cleanly by KL Rahul because he fumbled a little bit. It was
Yeah,
coming towards him. It was high. It was not a low catch. It was coming to him at the chest
and
height.
it's just
Now
like
he
yeah.
was wearing a helmet which is meant for which is meant for the fielders who are fielding close in, which is at silly point or short leg, right? So he had his helmet grill was a little longer than what the batsman use normally. So the grill was prolongated. We can say that. And what happened was the ball came off his hands and it touched the strap of the helmet. Now the
Yeah.
law says the ball after leaving the bat and before ending up in the fielder's hands, it should not touch anything else. And
Yeah.
that is what happened today. And this is why Tom Latham was very lucky for this role to have saved him. Otherwise, the overuse of sweep shot would have done him in.
Yeah.
But that was
Exactly.
the only glitch which New Zealand had in the entire session. I'd say there was at the fag end of the session there was one beautiful ball by Umesh Yadav. He has been erratic. Everybody is angry about him as well. But there was one ball in which he had squared up Kane Williamson completely, but not many chances. And Kane Williamson was just fantastic.
Kane Williamson was fantastic, and what was good about his innings was the scoring rate. Both Latham and Williamson they scored at a decent rate, which also meant that the scoreboard kept on moving. And if in another session if they can add say suppose
100 odd
90,
runs.
yeah, 90 100 odd runs, they'll be in a very strong position. But then again, the wicket is doing something, and the last 5 or 6 overs uh, were not at all comfortable. Like the New Zealand batsmen were not at all looking comfortable.
Do you think India need to revisit their bowling plans, probably the line and lengths they've been bowling, or they can stick to the same and wait patiently for the pitch to start assisting them?
Uh, like I said, the pitch has already started assisting, and in the last couple of overs, they have been bowling well. Like you mentioned about that Umesh Yadav delivery, which squared Kane Williamson up. I think
Correct.
the Pacers should look to bowl at those channels, because that is always the corridor of uncertainty, and and if you can get the ball to do a bit, then it's
Correct.
always. I mean, see, Kane Williamson is a quality batsman, so he will. It's not an easy job to get him out. What you can do is you can bowl at the right channels, which Umesh Yadav did on that particular occasion, and Ashwin did during the end stages of the session.
Okay. We'll go into some of the comments that we have. We have Karan Devan asking two different questions. Are India missing a third spinner? Amit Mishra's absence hurting? We can't really say that as of now because the pitch has not started assisting spinners spin a lot. Yes, it has shown some turn. It has assisted in some turn, and I saw a few deliveries when they hit the pitch, when they hit the ground. Some of the a little bit of dust also came. So now it has started to happen right now. We cannot say uh, whether Amit Mishra's exclusion, non-selection was a good or bad decision. We'll have to wait for it because the pitch does not did not give any assistance to New Zealand spinners and so far to the Indian spinners as well. I maintain everybody, including India, New Zealand, and basically the New Zealand spinners and Indian spinners, they all maintain good line and length. It's just that the pitch will start. What we expect is to assist the spinners now. And going to the second question which Karan asked, how critical is the third session from today from this test point of view? Can New Zealand start thinking of winning it from here? It's a long test match. They are still 160 runs away. The pitch has started to turn right now. So we'll have to wait for one or two, probably two more sessions. What you have to do is you have to see how much the pitch is turning, how much of effort the Indian bowlers will be putting in, and second, you have two batsmen who are into their 60s now. You don't expect them to bat for very long. I mean, obviously, you expect them to get a centuries, but to get a big 100 is something which can be expected from Kane Williamson. We'll have to see how the rest of the batting do. If there is an opening which India get, if there is one wicket falls, if India get a couple of wicket in immediate succession,
Things
then
can
the
change.
things might change. So we'll have to wait for that.
And then they will not be looking that far, because see, as of now, what they have been doing is trying to win sessions, and that is
Correct.
what they will be targeting. Win
Correct.
another session, and things will gradually start falling in place.
Correct. We spoke about the sessions. New Zealand have won four out of the five which have
Yeah.
been played so far, which means New Zealand are completely dominating in this test. How do
Yes.
you see India coming back?
See, I mean, despite New Zealand winning 4 out of 5 sessions, it's just a matter of one session. We again, recalling those Nagpur tests and the Mohali
Correct.
tests and the Delhi tests. We all know that what these Indian spinners are capable of, and when the track starts assisting him, it might just be a matter of session. And maybe if New Zealand lose 5 or 6 wickets in the next session, India will again be on the top.
Okay, I'll like to end this session with one very burning question. Should India go back? I mean, should there be the pitches which are there for the South Africa series, or this pitch is absolutely perfect? It's just giving you a balanced contest.
This is definitely giving us a balanced contest, but I think I mean you need all kind of surfaces. I
Correct.
mean I would not really mind if in the second test in Calcutta or in the third test at Indore we come across as a pitch not as helpful as it was in Nagpur, but something closer to what it was in Delhi or say Bangalore, or even I felt the Mohali pitch was also okay. So I would be completely fine with it, because we never complain like if we go to Australia and if we find bouncy wickets or
Correct. Absolutely.
the seaming conditions in England. So I mean it's good for the game to have all kind of conditions.
Exactly, but pitch is not the only thing. Indians have not been batting very well.
Yeah.
Their openers are getting some runs. They're getting runs from the lower middle order, but the middle order is going absolutely flop. So if India can pull up, they can put up some runs with the middle order. Their batsmen step up and deliver. Then definitely India can be in a much better position than what they are right now. Is what
Yes,
I think.
exactly. And
Because
this has been a problem. This has been a problem for
absolutely
quite a long time. I mean, even if you see the middle order batsmen coming and scoring runs, but they have not been
they're
they
getting
have
the
not
starts.
been the big partnerships. I mean,
Correct.
when we talk about the Lakshman and Dravid partnerships, the Ganguly and Tendulkar partnerships, those are the things which is lacking. I mean, we have seen Rahane coming up with the odd hundreds,
Odd hundreds.
but if you see who has supported him, an Amit Mishra or a Bhuvneshwar Kumar, uh, and nobody from the middle order. So
Absolutely.
it has been some time where we have seen two batsmen from the middle order stitching up big partnerships. That has been lacking.
Exactly. We are into a very big India's home season. India will be playing 13 test matches, and what the Indian team has displayed so far, what signs India have given is a sign of having a brittle middle order, which we can definitely say as of now. India will have to definitely work on that, because 13 test matches, it is going to test them a lot. New Zealand are one challenge, but the coming team, the next teams that are lined up, England 5 test matches, Bangladesh 1 test, and then Australia 4 tests. All of them are going to come very hard on India. So
And probably they are, I mean, except for with the exception of Bangladesh, Australia and England are a more competitive side in compared to what New Zealand are.
exactly, and trust me, they will be observing how India are doing right now. I mean, they'll be watching everything very closely, because it's a 5 test series against England. India have not won against them in the last 7 8 years or so. They have lost all the last 3 series, but these are very things for far away. I mean, we have 2 more test matches, 1 test to complete as well. We'll like to end this discussion right now. We'll be back again with the end of the day's play analysis and see. Let's see where the test match goes. For now, New Zealand are in complete command of the test. If they do not lose a lot of wickets, they will be ending another day in command, and which will be somehow problematic for India. That is all we have for right now. Stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you.